So, as you can see, lots of logging's happened. This used to be a nice area. We got an old mine shaft here, which we were going to go take a look at and take some samples out of as part of this year's exploration program on the mountain. And what it looks like is they're actually going to log half the mountain. So we'll see what happens. Might have exposed some new area. There's some bedrock and stuff around here that we haven't had a chance to look at just because of all the overgrowth. So we'll see what we can find. We'll go down there and take a look at the dump and the shaft as well. So this kind of stinks. Still flooded. Usually it floods in the middle of winter, but we've had some sun and it's been pretty warm for the last couple weeks. Can't get down there. So this is a 67 meter deep shaft, and 10 meters down there's a crosscut going this way for about 3 meters, and there's bracing just below that so you can walk around all the edges, and all these trees and sticks have collapsed into there. There's a nice vein right here going down and going into the crosscut where there's some nice mineral. Chalcopyrite mostly, malachite azurite. Here's a bit of the dump right here. This is where all the higher grade stuff is, and this is all the overburden that they took out of here, because this is where your actual bedrock starts down here. There's a good 4 meters of overburden. So we'll poke around here, see if we can find a sample or two. This would probably be consistent with what the vein showed. And then we're gonna go up to the logged area and take a poke around. Nothing spectacular exposed in the dump here. You can see quartz that's heavily oxidized. You have lots of malachite staining from your copper oxidizing. A little bit of malachite and azurite. The most mineral is just a few occasional patches of chalcopyrite. Kind of expected for an old dump, especially one that's pretty overgrown. Last little sample here. So we're gonna walk up there now. Not seeing a whole lot in this area. All the logging's just completely covered any kind of bedrock exposure other than a little bit like this. Here you have quartz stringers, which is pretty common for this claim. You'll see about 1,000 of these if you walk a span of a kilometer. Most of them don't hold any value, but some are mineralized with chalcopyrite. Almost looks like a small little test pit over there. You have this rock all dug out here and piled, and it's sloughing down here. I'm seeing some pieces of quartz in there, like that. Quite a few. I saw one with malachite staining, but didn't have any mineral in it. Bunch more right here. So we're gonna head back now because it's starting to get late. Justin number 2 found a bunch of float samples that came down here, and a couple of them are really mineralized with chalcopyrite. So we'll take a look at those and then we'll head out. Did he ever find some nice samples here? We found 4 loose float samples. These are them hammered open, loaded with chalcopyrite. Didn't find a whole lot of them. There's 4, and loads of quartz samples that were barren. So I don't know if it starts to become mineralized in this float area, but there's a lot of overburden, so we'll save the digging for another day. But that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was short, but that's all the time we have for today. Take care.